Hey, what's going on? So in today's video, I'm going to be installing this Kwikset Deadbolt. I did a video, my last video was drilling this out with a DeWalt door installation kit. So if you don't know how to do that, you can check out that video. I'll put a link for that down in the description, as well as a card up here, over there, somewhere up top here. So today I'm just going to be installing this. Because this is a new installation, I have to chisel out where the latch goes here and also on the door here. So we're going to do that. And this is also a smart key set, so you can re-key this to a different key. So I'll show you how that works very quickly at the end there when we get to that. I got this on Amazon for $17.38. You can actually get it in different colors. So antique brass, matte black, the polished brass, which is what I got. Then there are different shapes in a couple different colors as well. And you can get it in, that must be what contemporary is. So contemporary is those other shapes. You can also get it without the smart key. And if you do that, it's a couple cents cheaper, but not really much. So for that brass one, it's $17.27 instead of $17.38. So you save 11 cents by getting it without the smart key. I will have a link for this down in the video description if you want to pick one up for yourself. If you use my Amazon link, you can help support this channel because I do get a small commission from every sale. All right, first things first, you can either route it out or chisel this out. I don't have a router with me, so I'm going to have to do it with a chisel, which is unfortunate because it's got round corners, so a router really is the better tool. I don't have one with me, and it would take me longer to go to my shop and get that than it would be to just do this. So I'm just going to do it. So all I'm going to do here is hold this pretty straight, make sure I'm good every direction, left, right, up, down. It's not twisted or anything like that. So when it's looking pretty good, I'm going to hold it in place and mark around the edges. All right, and that's what we're going to be chiseling out. Now, if you had a router, you would just set the router to that deep, and that's how much you would route out. But because I'm doing it with the chisel, I'm going to have to kind of keep doing a little bit and then check it. And basically, you just need a really sharp chisel to do this. And just be very careful. Just start working your way like this, right along that pencil line there. And I'm just pushing it with my hand. I'm not hitting it with a hammer or anything like that. If you go very slow and you do very thin layers, they'll just come right off. And then to get these corners, I'm just going to use a utility knife and kind of round them off like that. All right, I'm just gonna check it and see how much farther I gotta go. Looks like I'm about halfway. I got that first plate set in there, but I still gotta get that other plate, so I'll go a little deeper. Not quite, a little bit more. All right, so that's pretty good there. As you can see here, you can't see it, it's flush. The door does have a bevel on the edge, so on this side it is sticking out, but I either have to inset it so that it's flush here and then set in, or just leave it flush and it should be good. So I'm gonna install it and we'll try it, and if it gets hung up then I'll set it deeper, but I don't want to go too deep, so I'm happy with that the way it is. All right, so to do this, I'm gonna be using a self-centering bit, which basically you just get that set where you want it, put the self-centering bit in there, and drill it out. These are really nice because they self-center the bits. Now I'm putting the screws in. Be careful not to over tighten them if you're using a drill because you can strip it out very easily. Oh, I'm really happy with that. When I sucked that in, it actually brought that in really nice. So we're really good. You also want to make sure that when you install the latch, it says up right there. You just want to make sure you have it up. All right, so the deadbolt's pretty straightforward. I'm actually going to be doing it opposite on this door. This is kind of a passage door between two apartments. So we want to have it be able to be locked from one side and locked from the other side. So they both have to have their doors unlocked to allow people to go through. So I'm going to put the key on the outside there and the key on the inside here. All right, so once you got all those pieces on, you just want to make sure all the holes are lined up when you're putting it together, and then slide the screw in. Get it started here. All right, once they're both started, then we can screw them in the rest of the way. You want to go snug but not too tight. You don't want to strip anything out. And make sure that it works, which it does. So the next thing I'm going to do is actually set the deadbolt out like that. And I'm going to mark the top and the bottom. Right there's my two marks. That tells me that that's where the center of the deadbolt is going to be on the jamb. All right, so to set this, we got to figure out exactly where this has to go. I'm gonna look at the edge of the door here, and I'm gonna measure. So 1 3/8 looks like 5/8 is right in the center of the thing. So we're just gonna go back over here, and the door is 1 3/8. The center is 5/8, and I'm just gonna sneak it a little bit out so that it doesn't get snagged. Right there is gonna be the center of our hole, and that is 3/4. So we're gonna go 3/8 to the center of the hole there. There is also a template. If you want to use that, you can use that to do that, but I just measured it. And we need to drill a 1-inch hole. And then we got to mount the plate right there so that that center mark's right in the middle. So we're going to do the same thing like we did on the edge of the door. I'm going to hold it in place and mark it out. Sharpen my pencil. All right, so we're going to drill a 1-inch hole right there. And we want to make sure the hole is as deep as that. So that's 1 inch, so I want to go a little bit deeper than 1 inch. So I check that. I'm at 1 3/8, so I'm good. All right, I'm just going to chisel this out the same way I did the edge of the door. All right, I'm gonna do the same thing, self-centering bits, and screw these in. And for the moment of truth, all right, perfect. That's great. So now this tenant can lock this side, the other tenant can lock the other side, and they can both feel secure. All right, so if you want to rekey this, it's really easy to do with this Kwikset SmartKey. You can see the little hole right there next to the key. Basically, all you do is you put the key in, you're going to turn it 90 degrees, then you take the tool and you push it in there. And when you push that in, that will allow you to pull the key out. Right now, you can't pull the key out. So what it does is it resets the whole mechanism in there. Pull the key out, put the new key in, and once the new key's in, you're going to turn it back to straight up and down and go past that and actually lock the door, and then go back up to the open position and pull the key out, and it will be rekeyed to your new key. All right, if you got anything out of this video, give it a thumbs up down below and subscribe for more. And if you do subscribe, ring the little notification bell right next to that subscribe button. That way you can be notified when I release new videos. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.